Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. So we're going to be doing Lexaeus B's Medal Spotlight today, and I did this already. So this is going to be kind of weird for me because I went through all this already. I had a whole conversation with you guys, but my mic kind of just didn't record anything. And right now, there is yellow bars jumping below me on my OBS, and it looks like it's working, and I hope it does. I tested it a bunch of times before I did this, so hopefully this recording does not get deleted. I did all this. Hope you guys don't mind that it says it's fully completed already. I'm going to go through it again. Luckily, I didn't really trait this medal because I don't have Fantasia Mickey A's, so that's a bonus. You didn't miss out on that part. But let's go into the quest and let's talk about the whole thing. Now, I played this whole thing. This is weird. This is so weird, guys. Forgive me if I'm a little off right now because I lost 3 videos today. YouTube but I'm having an issue with me and Anthony's pole battle video where he spends a ton of jewels because he can't stop. So I got all that coming out, but for now let's just jump into this and let's not think about all the bad things happening today and make something good out of this. Let's get this done. So this is my free-to-play account. If you guys don't know already, it is here for quite a bit of time. It's been 344 days. This is for my free-to-play account, and I'm sitting out pretty nicely. This event, when it first came out, was absolutely ridiculous. So what I ended up doing here is just using my main setup, and I had some tips for you guys along the way. Now this quest and the next couple were not that bad. If you're wondering why I'm playing this all over again even though it's super easy, I want this kind of on my channel as a vault, so anybody who comes out later down the line and they want to see these old events, I do want them to be here all fully completed on the channel, so people just know what happened back then, the difference of the power gap to what it is currently, whatever time you're watching the next video. So it's nice just to have all this archives. That's basically what I'm doing this for. It's just because I do want to go over each one, and also I'll give you guys some tips along the way. Like I said, guys, it feels weird right now because I did all this already. So quest 1, just a Morningstar level 50. On the second quest we got Enraged Elk. Even so, I said this already, it feels really good to talk to you guys regardless, because now I know this one you guys will get, but when this first came out, it was incredibly hard. It was ridiculously hard, and back then, I got a lot of shit for making free-to-play guides with Xigbar B. People were just like, oh, Xigbar B, that's not free-to-play, and I was like, what? You know what I mean? Now, I know anybody who was super new had a hard time getting Xigbar B. Like 1 week into the game, they couldn't do it. Some people did, because some people got lucky. But people who just joined the game when Xigbar came out, like the same week it came out, were like, oh no, this is not a free-to-play event. This is not, but you're new. If you're new to the game, it's going to be really hard for you to do current events until like a week or two. After a week or two, or if you get super lucky, then you're able to do the events. But during that time period, if you just join something, like right now, if you don't pull the right medals or you don't get lucky, you can't pass the Hades Cup. It's just what it is. If you don't get a 0.2 carry or a carry X, you're going to have a hard time passing the Hades Cup. It's possible if you have the right general buffers, but also you have to pull general buffers. So it all depends. But yeah, back then people were like, you're using Xigbar B? This isn't free to play. This isn't a guide. You can't do this. And I'm like, I got nothing else for you guys. Can't really help you in that situation. Now I know a lot more, and I could have done a whole bunch of different guides back then. Now I can tell you way different ways to do all this. But for now, let's jump into quest 4 and 5. So we faced the Morningstar, first quest, second quest, the Enraged Elk, and now we just finished the Ringmaster, and this is where it starts getting hard. Now, this part might be hard for you guys. Level 500, oh, you should have seen my face when I saw this. They buffed this quest and they buffed the next quest because the old event, these enemies were level 350. And the dual Durandal was so hard back then because we had no way of getting around those counters. You see that 3, 2, and then it's going to go to 1. And when it hits 0, he paralyzes us. Also, he does a ton of damage if you don't have a defense boost. But I do have defense boost 2 and 4, so it doesn't really matter. But a lot of people didn't have much healers, didn't have 0.2 carry, and you just need a really good setup to do this. But now, as you guys see, final boss Shion. Paralysis luck is real good in this video. Last video I recorded, Paralysis made me do a 2 turn, so you needed second chance on top of it. But this quest was ridiculously hard back then. And then after we completed this one, it got harder for some people and it got a lot easier for other people, because this was around the time Pluto B came out, and if you had Pluto B, you were able to pass this quest without a problem. And right here, the Iron Giant, now it's totally different right now. Quest 5 right now is totally different. I'm gonna go in with this setup. Actually, I'm gonna go with this setup. So no, not that setup. Which one did I use? I think I did a Divine Rose setup for you guys. And yeah, okay. So this is part of the other video. Like I said, I recorded this already. I went in with this, and I want to use Zigbar B, but when I went in, I was like, oh, this isn't enough damage, so I can't do this. But the main tip here for this is, one, you need Second Chance or Defense Boost 4. Defense Boost 4 is enough to survive these hits, but I don't have Defense Boost 4 on this one. Or sorry, Defense Boost 2 max is enough to survive this hit, but you need Defense Boost 4 to survive the Enraged Elk. And the other tip is bringing in Pluto B, an HPO medal, Master Ava, whatever friend medal you guys have that has extra attack and raises your defense. Most likely Pluto B and HPO. If you guys have that, or the Rabbit, Pooh, and Piglet, if you guys have that as a friend medal, tell your friends to share defensive medals for this quest. If you'd already tried a full offensive setup, if that didn't work for you multiple turns, you're going to need Second Chance, you're going to need those defenses, and you're going to need a way to restore your SP along with all these attacks. As you saw, guys, I survived that hit and it was perfectly fine. So the only problem with this is that Zigbar B, just like back then, it took like 10 to 15 minutes to complete this quest, and it was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to go back to my fairy stars, and we're going to complete this quest a lot quicker. Oh, not that one. What I'm going to do here, basically, if you can't do what I'm going to do right now, which is the Illustrated Goofy. I'm doing so good, guys. The Illustrated Goofy, mine's not guilted. It doesn't matter how many orbs it has. The whole thing is that you just want to copy it. Or Illustrated Donald, whichever one you guys have, copy it and use that for this quest. Again, if you don't have your own, tell your friends to share one, and then put your copycat medal on the pet slot. So this Antiform or Aishishion or Nominate, put it where the Goofy is right now, and this quest is going to be a lot quicker. I'm going to bring back Aishishion there, just cause I want to go through this with you guys. But let's fully complete this one now. We are going to get hit again. Again, the only defense boost I have is on Nominate, and it activates sometimes. Now we got to go through Paralysis again. So we didn't get to do Nominate's copy, but we got two carry buffs is enough. One's enough, especially if you're using Illustrated Goofy or Illustrated Donald. Really good medals. But right here, guys, this is where all the damage is going to come from. Look at that. That's really, really good. Now Goofy here isn't guilted, so not a lot of damage, and we have Antiform Sora here. Sorry, Antiform. Final Boss Shion. So many names, so little time. So another defense boost activates. Where do I have a defense boost for? Who's holding defense boost for? I'm curious. Oh, I put a defense boost 4 on my Tyree. Okay, so I do have a defense boost 4. Yeah, I remember that now. That was a little while ago. So anyways, this can clean this guy up. What we're going to run to the issue next is, what do you call it? By the way, this was not part of the original quest. I don't remember there being the Shark Heartless, but the Enraged Elk was there, and so was the Iron Giant. Now, we're going to get smacked here. Just like my last video, Defense Boost 4 was enough to survive this. Now, if you don't have Defense Boost 4 and you have Defense Boost 2 max, that works a lot better. It's just during this fight right here, you need a Second Chance to activate. After Second Chance activates, you're going to do this, but you're going to have a defensive medal on your Keyblade. Make sure it's either yours or your friend's. Whichever one has better power, go with that. And then you put on a friend medal that has a defensive medal. But make sure you're using your own HPO or Pluto B, or you're using a friend's HPO or Pluto B with Defense Boost 2 max, and you guys are set with Second Chance. So this is Quest 5. This one is the one that took forever. Basically, I think I was stuck on this quest. I wasn't stuck on it, but I had all the RNG happen, and then it took like 10-15 minutes for my Zigbar B to take this thing down. It was just ridiculous. But now you can see with the Illustrated Goofy, it's just like, what's going on? I don't think Final Boss Shion is enough here by herself, but I don't think I'll die by one hit. I might take this L with the Final Boss Shion. I can't remember. No, it wasn't enough. I got to take one hit here. If he does his double hit, which is this one, both Defense Boost 4s have to activate. RNG's on my side, and you'll survive. Again, if you have Pluto B or HPO extra attack, with the Defense Boost 2 max, you will survive this. And there is currently... Oh no, I think the Defense Boost 2 max is gone from the avatar boards right now. But Second Chance 2 is available in the avatar boards right now. So go get a second chance too, guys. Very important. But now that we did the quest, let's jump into the medal spotlight. Alright, so for the medal spotlight, I'm not going to be able to roll traits or guilds with you guys because I have no Fantasia Mickey A's on this account, so I can't evolve my 5 stars. But I do have the perfect Lexaeus B that I want. Strength 1000 if you guys have Kyrie X, or a way to lower your enemy's general defense by 6 tiers. You technically don't need negative 60 unless you're going ham into Coliseum. If you're not going ham into Coliseum, and I mean really freaking high where you need negative 60 traits, standalone, you need negative 60 traits if you don't have a way to lower enemies' general defense, or if you don't have Kyrie X. And I'm talking about Kyrie X because she applies a lot of general defense down, especially if you copy it. I'm not talking about the upright strength buff. We're talking about all the buffs and debuffs that she gives. 1000 strength is a lot better if you guys do have Kyrie X. So 1000 strength, if you don't have a way to lower general defense down on the enemies, then put negative 60 traits, because that's going to help you if you only have like a wave only applying 2 general defense down or 3 general defense down. Having negative 60 traits is really, really important when you're facing high level enemies with high defense. So with this situation and having the proper general defense down or Kyrie X, go for this. Negative 60 traits if you don't. And now I'm going to go show you guys a quick setup. Now, obviously he fits on Darkgnaw. Darkgnaw is going to be your best bet. Clicked on the wrong thing there. So Darkgnaw, if you put SP gauge on him, all these slots, mine's only level 9, are going to be tons. And especially if you have HD Shion, you have 2 heavy hitty single target. Another one is Fenrir. Fenrir, right where she's sitting. Once you get this metal, this Keyblade to 25 and up, that reverse power slot gets really high. I think up to a 2.9 or 2.8. I forget. I think it's a 2.9. And of course, Fairy Stars, use your spirit metal. Not your spirit, well, yeah, you're going to put it on your spirit metal, so your again, your copycat metal will copy your spirit metal, which is this. And because Lexaeus B has such a high multiplier, even as a tier 3, he's a 9.52, or sorry, 42. 9.42 as a tier 3. It gets even crazier when you copy with a tier 6. And then later on at tier 7, it gets a lot better too. I'm about to show you guys. Let's go into a quest and show this guy off. Ton of damage is about to come out. Just ridiculous that a tier 3 has this amount of damage. And I'm going to show you guys. Let's go to speed quest, which is a Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box. We're just going to use this, and we don't. It's a single target, so it's going to be only situational when you're facing raid bosses or you're facing single targets like in Union Cross. This medal will help, especially if you have a copycat medal. But when you're facing big groups, you need some way to clean that up. But here we go. This is a tier 6 of this medal, and we're doing 157,000 damage per hit. He's got 11 hits, guys. That's over 1,000,000 damage. Easily, that's almost 500,000 damage, or sorry, 1.5 million, almost 1.5 million, or it might be there. I think it's already there. Yeah. So it is a really powerful medal, guys. Don't take it for granted. These are free medals. Even if you can't guilt it, do not throw Fantasia Mickey B's on it. You'll find better stuff for Fantasia Mickey B. And you guys just saw with the medal itself not being on the proper trait slot, and I don't think Attack Boost 4 activate, how much damage it did. So it's not worthy of a Fantasia Mickey B. It is pretty good. 9.42 is good for a free event medal. That's amazing. But Fantasia Mickey B's will always have value because it's any medal in the game. So you want to be careful with it. It's better to lose out on a couple events for a couple like jewels here, maybe a couple gems. Just don't worry about the events too much. Everything comes back in big quantities. It's better to save your Fantasia Mickey B's or Mickey and Brooms, whatever you guys want to call it, for really important medals. Very special medals. If you get super lucky and you pull an EX medal, you want to be able to get those medals right away. So, just copy it. Use your copy medals to copy these medals, and that's good enough. Have the one copy and then copy it. Like you guys just saw, my HD Anti-Form Sora did so much damage. So that's the medal spotlight. I don't believe I forgot anything. You could keep them separate if you guys want to. For proud mode, there might be some proud mode that say only reverse medals, and you might force you to use like the Fenrir or something like that, so you can have multiple copies just for tapping or activating. But most likely, some of you guys will just fuse them together for the extra -60. That works out too if you're lucky. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole battle spotlight. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.